Hey guys, it's Alan Pennington here. I have another loop video for you guys. I guess it's been a while, but this video is titled Six Samurai Infinite Everything, which might sound, I guess, a bit improbable. How could you do infinite everything with Six Samurai? But hey, people said the same thing when I told them that I had a one-card FTK. So, on to it. I actually did not create this loop myself, as a lot of people have been quick to point out. I'm not trying to take credit for anything that I didn't do. This is actually an improvement over someone else's loop. It's more generic, meaning that you can do more things with it, and it uses less extra deck space. So I was actually at a friend's house last night, and he told me about a samurai hand loop. I was like, oh, that's cool, how does it work? So he showed me this, this loop where you make 3 Ouroboros. He's like, a mini Trish, so to speak, 3 level 4s for a rank 4. And so you discard a card, and then you make a second one and a third and discard 3, and then go Daigusto Emeral, put all 3 back, and then make 3 again. So that's a total of discard 6. So I saw that and I was kind of like, huh. Well, playing 3 Ouroboros in your extra, that seems kind of suboptimal, because the only way you're going to make 3 is with this super situational loop or whatever. So I was like, well, what if we can just run 1? So I found a way to do that, and not only did I find a way to do an infinite hand loop by only running 1 Ouroboros, but I quickly realized that the applications were far greater than that. So in this video here, you're about to see infinite hand loop, infinite card draw, infinite gateway counters, and infinite burn damage. There's actually one other loop that isn't in this video, which is you can also do infinite shockmasters, calling spells, traps, and monsters effects. But while I was recording, I just forgot to do the shockmaster loop. But for the most part, once you see the loop once, understand how it works generally, you can understand how it would work with anything. So if Konami decided to release a rank 4 that let you gain some number of life points, for example, it would then also be infinite life gain. Alright, so here we go. The cards that you always need to start out with are a gateway, 2 cards that hold Bushido counters, in this case Dojo and United, and then a hand of the Six Samurai, or some card that searches for it, which is what we're doing here. It has to be a hand in order to be an infinite loop, although if you have another random samurai, you can still do some pretty awesome things. So we play hand, and now we've got 4 counters, and we remove them and search for Kizan. And you can probably see where this is going. We're gonna play Kizan, search Kizan, play Kizan, search Kizan, etc., etc. So I'll just sit here and wait while you get to watch that. So now we have all 3 of our Kizans in play, and we get to make our first rank 4. So to start, I'm going to show you the hand loop, although you may have already seen it. But we're going to go for Ouroboros. And Ouroboros is a pretty cool guy. He's like a mini Trish, so to speak. So we detach material to use his effect. We want to discard a card in his hand. So I'll pick that one. I think he takes a couple of seconds to discard it, so bear with me. Alright, so we discarded a card. Now we have a Kizan in our grave. So we do have 4 counters, so we remove the 4 counters to get back our Kizan, and then we play it again. And now we need to use Hand's effect, tributing the Kizan to target our own guy. And that's kind of how we recycle everything. So now with the 3 Kizans in our grave, we just add one to our hand, play it, use the gateway, add another one to our hand, play it, etc. We just end up with our 3 Kizans back in play again. Good for us. So there they are. And now we have to make another rank 4. Here I'm just going to go for a random rank 4 with no relevant effect. just whatever you feel like. It can be Utopia, it can be, here I'm going for Excalibur, but it doesn't matter what it is. But now we're going to tribute Kizan again to kill our random rank 4. We're just doing this to fill up our grave, because what we're about to do here is use Daigusto Emeral to shuffle 3 back into the deck. But it's not up to 3, it's exactly 3. So we have to fill up our grave. So now we've got our Kizans here. And we've got enough for the Daigusto Emeral, so we're going to go ahead and do that, I believe. Yep, there he is, our little buddy. And then we're going to detach Kizan, shuffle the 2 Xyz and one of the Kizans back into the deck. It doesn't really matter if Kizans are in our graveyard or our deck, because as you are likely well aware, Gateway can get them from either location. So we get to draw a card. We don't really care what it is. And now we add the Kizan back to our hand. And we play the Kizan. So now our Gateway has 4 counters. And we're gonna kill our Daigusto Emeral. And now we just get all our Kizans back and start over. So play Kizan. Play Kizan. 3rd one's in our deck, so we gotta go there now. And we are going to play our 3rd Kizan. Sounds like a plan. And now we just go ahead and make the other Ouroboros. It's the same one. As you can see, we only have 1 in our extra deck, but we are going to make that same Ouroboros once again and discard another card. Alright, so we're playing our Kizan, and we're killing our Ouroboros. Same stuff we were doing before, pretty much. And I kind of cheat here, I think. You don't just put them all in your hand right away. You add 1, play 1, add 1, play 1. You don't add them all. But, yeah. Long story short, we just end up with all our Kizans in play again. Well, not all of them. Because now what we do is, we make Daigusto Emeral number 2. Emerald's the one you need multiple copies of. You don't need multiple copies of any other guy, but you do need multiple copies of Emeral. Which is fine, since he's like the stone nuts anyway. So anyways, we pull our guys back, we shuffle, we draw 1, and as you can see, we were in the exact situation that we were in before. So now you can see that we clearly have a loop here. So here I'm just doing infinite discard, although, you know, if you feel like it, you can discard all their cards and use Ouroboros' other effect to banish them as well. It could be relevant if, say, you discard an Eclipse Wyvern and you want to banish the Wyvern, have them add the card to their hand, and then just get rid of that card too. And apparently I also decided while I was recording this video I didn't know how to spell the word iteration. I just added a random N in there, so I'm sorry that I did not know how to spell the word iteration, but I don't think you care about that a whole lot. So now we're back to square one. And I think next we're going to do the infinite gateway counters loop. Because, I mean, sometimes discarding your opponent's entire hand just isn't good enough. We want to, and it's actually infinite dojo counters too, but we want to have infinite gateway counters, give our guys infinite attack, and then attack them for infinite. Because what's more awesome than attacking your opponent for infinite damage? So basically that's how we net the extra counters. Shadow Shien's effect is not relevant here at all. The only thing that is relevant is it has the word Six Samurai in it. So as you can see, that's what nets us the extra counters. Each iteration of the loop, we draw a card and end up with 2 more counters on our gateway. Unless your opponent like found a way to like gain 50,000 or something, you won't need this much damage. But so yeah, we're gonna do the same thing before. Basically, we detach and then we put the Daigusto Emeral number 1, the Shadow Shien, and one of our Kizans back into the deck. You're all going to find that this video is just a bunch of me repeating myself because all of the loops are exactly the same. So yep, we add Kizan to our hand and play it. We add Kizan to our hand and play it. We have Kizan kill the emeralds. And we're going to add Kizan to our hand and play it. Add Kizan to our hand and play it. And we're going to make Shadow Shien net us some more Bushido counters. And now we have infinite gateway and dojo counters. And I'm going to spell iteration wrong again. And of course, none of these loops are truly infinite because you'll eventually deck yourself out because you have to draw a card with each iteration of the loop. But I mean, it's, you know, it's close. For the purposes of this video, let like 20 equal infinity. Good math. So now we get to have fun here. This is the infinite burn loop. Gaga Gaga Gunman. I'm sure this is not the last we will be seeing of this guy regarding infinite loops. But, excuse me, we're going to make them take 800. And we're going to kill our gunman. And we're going to play all our Kizans. And you kind of know where this is going here. And even outside of these loops, gunman is actually like a pretty solid card. You can just late game burn them out. Or I think his other effect is like while he's in attack, you can like increase his attack by 1,000 when he attacks something. I don't know. Long story short, you know, certainly playing a gunman, an Ouroboros, and the second emerald is much better than just playing 3 Ouroboros and less utility overall. So we shuffled all our things, drew a card, and now we're just replaying Kizan, killing our emerald, replaying all our Kizans. All these Kizans must just be having so much fun. Just doing all kinds of stuff. Keep getting reincarnated. I guess that's just the life of a samurai. So yeah, then we make the second gunman. We burn him again, and you can see we are back in the same place that we were before. So this is a loop. And I don't do Shockmaster, but you probably get how it works. You make a Shockmaster, detach, call spells, kill Shockmaster, shuffle back your Shockmaster with Emerald, make another Shockmaster, call traps, make another Shockmaster, call monsters, etc. And we're done.